Hi, I'm Jerry from Kern Girl's Kitchen, and we are going to try to do this quick because my daughter and I are hungry. We just filmed the creamy jalapeno for our fajitas, and I need to get this potato salad done. What we did the other day was we cooked our potatoes in the Instant Pot. Well, ours is a crock pot express. Any pressure cooker will do just fine. I've had these in the refrigerator. As you can see, these are the smaller potatoes. We're going to probably split some of them in half, but for the most part, these are pretty easy because they are that small size. So I will leave directions, but it is 5 minutes high pressure and then a quick release. Not hard at all. So let me show you the vegetables that go into this, and then we're going to show you the sauce, and then I will add some of those potatoes and I will show you how it comes together. So, like I said, we just filmed the creamy jalapeno, so that is why my chopper has been put to good use. Usually I wouldn't use this for something simple, but because we were doing both and I like it because it was my Christmas present, we're going to keep using it. You can use knife skills, they're wonderful things. So I already started and I chopped a whole bunch. We did a double recipe. This is 2 of those little bags of potatoes, so it's probably equivalent to a 5-pound bag cut into chunks. If you do them on the stovetop, cut them into chunks and then boil them. Even these can be boiled whole. About 20 minutes, start checking them, okay? They should be fork tender. Fork goes in nice and easy. They're not hard in the middle. So I'm gonna show you some more of the veg. That's why we have so much, is because we're doing a double recipe. So I have red pepper in there. You can change this up. So this recipe I've been making for about 20 years. It came out of a book and that I changed it. So it has no resemblance at all to the original recipe. So that was your jalapeno and your red pepper. We're gonna do some onion. I think we might add a little bit more onion. You can also use green onion. You can use scallion. Whatever you want in here. Just decide what flavor you want and go with it. And each time you make it, try something different. So these are just dill pickles. The recipe actually calls for sweet pickles. I don't like sweet pickles. But in here you don't really notice them. They actually add something, but it's just something I don't keep in the house. You can actually buy those already diced. But as you can see, we had hamburger slices. So green pepper, what we're gonna do is I slit it. We're gonna pull it, okay? This is a garbage bowl, okay? Rachel Ray, it is literally one of her bowls, and it is her idea. Best thing. I forget about it every once in a while. When we were making the creamy jalapeno, my kiddo was like, do you want the garbage bowl? Yes, that'd be wonderful. She's the one doing our filming.
Hello.
So, just taking out the seeds and your ribs in here. And then these are going to get chopped into pieces that it can handle. So this is a little bit too big for that grate that you saw. The grate isn't very big, so you're just going to put it in. Yes, you probably should not be doing that, but I can't get it to go through any other way. So we kind of pound them. That one wasn't quite small enough, so oops. A lot of my tools just tolerate me because I put them to their extremes. Okay. And we like vegetables. This is another way to get your kiddos to eat them. My kiddo eats them all the time, but that's because when she was itty bitty, I took her to the farmer's market and she did the shopping. I let her pick out what we were buying and I let her help me cook from the time she was about 2. So we like veg, and it's obviously very good for you. We all know this.
That's also how we came up with the idea to start this business.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a lot of vegetables. Like I said, this is a lot, but we like them. If you have vegetables left over, boil some more potatoes, put them in your Instant Pot, throw them in here. You can keep using this and adding ingredients. It works. So let's move on to the bacon.
Bacon!
So, yeah. Let's actually move it over here So I'm going to do something that's probably going to freak a lot of people out. Okay? Yes, you just tell me to do that. It's amazing. This recipe, one of my old partners actually calls it tinfoil eating potato salad because it gets quite vinegary, and I used to take it to work covered in foil, and there would be holes where the potato salad had touched it. So if you have belly problems, you might want to take that into consideration. So you can take this and do it a little bit smaller if you want. So it does have one jalapeno. You can use canned if you want, or jarred. We happen to use some fresh ones and something else today, so that's what we're using. This recipe is very versatile. If you're making it for a group, make sure you test it the day after. It's going to be a little spicier than the day you make it. If you're making it for a whole bunch of kids, it might not work with that jalapeno, but add a little bit because it is quite tasty. Yes.
You don't really notice it, and if you're looking for it, you're not going to find it because there's so many green peppers.
Yeah. So this is a lot of bacon, but we've actually added more in the past. We like bacon. Most people like bacon. If you don't like bacon, leave it out. So this is a little bit, I've been burning the bacon lately, so I'm so afraid to make it crispy. So that's why we're doing, it's a little on the floppy side, but I don't care. Bacon is bacon. Unless it's raw, I will eat it.
Yeah, she likes really burnt bacon sometimes. It's
Well, because it like melts in your mouth and it's amazing. So instead of slicing it down the middle, I'm just kind of chunking it back and forth. My hands are going to be a mess after this.
I meant to get you a towel.
I'll grab a napkin in just a second. But,
Oopsie.
oh well. But yeah. So, bacon. Let me grab a napkin. And then I'm going to bring all of these over here. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about a few of them. Obviously, mayonnaise. Everybody knows there's mayonnaise in potato salad. There is. The recipe calls for a cup. We're going to go for about 2 because of the size of this. And we may add more later. So what we do is, we start off.
So graceful, Mother.
Yeah, we don't measure anything for this. We used 2 years ago, and yeah, no. So what we do is we start with our base, and then we go back, and I have lots more mayonnaise. We will go back and adjust this. Yellow mustard. You can't beat it. We're gonna do a lot because double batch. Because we made one batch the other day and it didn't survive. Okay, Creole mustard. This is a brand name. If you go into the store, you can find an Emerald's brand, and you can find a generic brand usually. This is horseradish mustard. So that's another brand you may find it under. You can use any mustard you like. Again, they change with whatever flavors you decide to put in. So decide what mustard you want. Decide what you want your potato salad to taste like. And go with it. All right.
It's quite similar to our mustard video.
Yeah. Okay, vinegar. This is a new one, but it is raw and unfiltered. That is what we like. We also buy the other one that's a pretty popular brand, and right now I can't think of the name of it. But we like them raw and unfiltered. We're actually going to experiment with these later on, and we will be sharing. Really? We will be sharing our journey with that. Okay, usually it doesn't have the lid on there, and I usually end up like dumping it in. Anyway, we use a lot of vinegar. This is where you get the tinfoil eating from. And your Red Hot is gonna have
more vinegar.
More vinegar, and it's salt on the salty side. So we actually buy this by the gallon at Sam's, and then we just refill our bottles. You can use whatever you want, but this is the staple in our house. I do have some other brands, but I'm not gonna lie. You just saw that.
Yep, that's how much you just put in.
we go through a lot of red hot in this house. So, salt and pepper. Okay, so we have a medical condition where we have to eat a lot of salt. If we don't, we actually lose our entire food volume, and it's deadly. So you don't want us salting food. When we do this for a party, we undersalt, and then we have one of the guests taste it, and we adjust it. Plus, remember, tomorrow it's going to taste different. So please don't oversalt things. Pepper is usually okay. You can adjust that. So we had a problem. We ordered just regular kosher salt. Usually I buy the Morton brand, but this time we bought the store brand, and it is big. So, I mean, some of these are huge. So we have been oversalting a lot of things lately. Sometimes we'll actually put it in a mortar and pestle and break it down a little bit. But be very careful, because these are gonna, I want to say evaporate, but they're not.
Dissolve.
Yes, that's the word I want. They're gonna dissolve in here, and they are gonna make this salty. So we are gonna salt it. But I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna taste that and adjust it. Okay. Yes, we keep our spices, at least the ones we use quite a bit, especially the salt and pepper. We have some pepper flakes, and sugar that we also keep in these. It's stuff that we use often, so we want it at hand, because my pantry has an entire shelf. All it is vinegars and soy sauce, Worcestershire. It has anything you can imagine, but it's an entire shelf. So we keep the stuff that we use a lot out and accessible. Okay, so this is, it's not pretty. It's not a pretty thing. I'm going to actually probably have to go back and double what I just did, because that is a lot more vegetables.
Oh yeah, you need more?
Yeah, I need to like double that. So anyway, I will go back and do that. I also definitely want it whiter or really yellow. So make sure that the mayonnaise will be right when it gets to a little bit. It'll be pale yellow.
And it'll be a little more creamy.
Yeah. So most people know what potato salad looks like. Go with that. Or do what you want, or experiment with it. You're going to see on this channel, and you'll see it from other videos that we've done, that this is experimenting. It's not bad. We want you doing this, because if you don't like to cook, then you're not going to cook. Going out to eat is expensive. And what are they adding? A lot of you can't eat salt, so they're adding salt, and there's a lot of fat. I like fat, obviously. There's a lot of mayonnaise in there, and there's going to be more. But you control it. So a recipe, when you make it the first time, you make it according to the recipe, and then you change it to what you want. Like I said, I've been making this for about 20 years, and it started out as a recipe from a cookbook, and it no longer even resembles that. So do it. Have fun. I am going to have these, like these little ones will go in whole.
Or she just plops it in there.
Right. These are a little shriveled because, like I said, they were in the refrigerator. So we eat this hot if we've just made our potatoes and we're hungry. Or we will even put them in warm, and then we will put it in the refrigerator, let it meld. But like this time, I cooked these a few days ago because I was using it for something else. I just wanted to get it all done. So we just pulled these out of the refrigerator, and they're nice and cold, obviously. They're going to go in there, and they're going to stir in. I should have probably made some so that I could show you. But basically, you're going to tell, we're going to put all these potatoes in there. That's a lot of veg. So you're going to see both of those things. I'm going to make some more sauce for it. But I will, probably the thumbnail will show you a picture of what it looks like when it's finished. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you try it. Let us know if you try this. I actually took this to a birthday party because it was requested as his birthday present. It is good. Please try it. It is really, really delicious. So y'all have a good night so that we can have some dinner.